There have been several. As a journalist, the person who inspired me first and foremost was the first black African-American network newsman and reporter, Mal Good, who covered the United Nations. The second in terms of a black journalist was Ed Bradley, the CBS correspondent for 60 Minutes, who I got a chance to know and meet, met him in New Orleans, and he was inspiring because he was very close to a Columbia University college classmate of mine in journalism school, so he spent some time around us talking about the profession. But the person who influenced me as much as anybody, other than Maynard Jackson here in Atlanta, was Imam Jamil Al-Amin, formerly known as H. Rap Brown, now serving time in prison. But he was a quiet fire to me, a man who at once was like a priest or an imam, and on the other hand, he had the makings of the sentiments of a Don Corleone. He controlled and ran the West End Islamic community. There was no crime there, none. He was a peaceful man, but he made sure that children and women were protected. And there was no drug activity there. But he had a little bench in front of his corner store. It was a bench, just a little bench, but he called it a stadium. And he invited people of all races, all colors, all stripes to come visit with him in his stadium. And he would sit down in front of his store and talk about world problems, local problems, politics, and talk about you. Quiet, gentle, forceful, intuitive. His presence was... so he was a 6'3", 6'4", striking brother who again now was a militant back in the H. Rap Brown days. But once he was shot in New York, he made a transformation from a so-called militant. When he survived, he became an imam and an Islamic leader. I miss that brother because his words of wisdom still ring and resonate with me.
Every day.
Oh man, it's kind of easy. For people who know me and people who follow my writing will say I use the word quintessential all the time. To me, that's kind of tells what something in essence really is. So sprinkled throughout my my writing is quintessential, and also I like alliteration. So I use robust, riveting, and revealing. I use that a lot as well. The other thing I do in text messages or in email messages, I'm apt to say almost always, ! LOL. In fact, I have a sister who calls me ! LOL.
Well, thank you for that! ! LOL.
Well, fortunately, I have a chance to reach and teach the next generation of journalists as a journalism professor at Clark Atlanta University. So I hope I'm trying every day to leave a word of wisdom and insight and information about their craft we call journalism and the future of them as media professionals, because it's changing because of the internet and digital world, but the true faith and the true facts about journalism remain the same. There's no such thing as fake news. That's social media stuff. Journalism and news is news, and I'm trying to leave that within every student I see, every student I teach, every student I've interacted with, and it's nice to see some students from the past who've gone on to great careers. So in that regard, I'm trying to leave my brand of what being a journalist is with these future journalists and media professionals. Also, it'd be nice to have the continuation of some of my writings and work on my website, themaynardreport.com. For that to last and be picked up by somebody would be kind of nice. But I'm a newsman, and I want to leave a bevy of storytellers behind me. Hi, I'm Maynard Eaton. I'm my own Black History.